Samira, 200 years of power right here. 900 HP, 80 AD, right? 0-9 attack speed, so she's a lot of damage. 30 armor, 30 MR, kind of fragile.
Yep, true.
Daredevil, which we'll talk about in a second. Sharpshooter Slayer, so she can get a lot of health and do a lot of damage with those traits.
Yep.
Her ability is kind of insane, but let's talk about Daredevil first. So
Sure.
how's Daredevil work?
Okay, so Daredevil is kind of like the boss, or a lot of our other 5-cost traits, where it's an additional rule set that kind of frames what this unit is supposed to be doing in the set, and trying to make sure that they adhere to like their SR fantasy in a lot of ways. Every other attack, Samira will dash and fire 2 shots and gain 20% of her maximum health in shield. And this is sort of to make her both a little bit better when she's not ulting and have a little bit of extra survivability, but not too much. But every time this triggers, she'll also gain style. Samira actually doesn't have any mana, right? She is divorced from the mana system, similar to Jhin, where we still use the mana bar to showcase how close you are, but mana items don't do anything. Shojin's doesn't do anything. So once she fills that style bar, then she gets to cast her spell. And the higher her star level is, which we might massage a bit, the quicker she can get to that ultimate ability.
Yeah. Now, her ability is really powerful because it's firing, 24 shots, up to 24 shots.
Yes.
Keep in mind, each shot can bounce from Sharpshooter.
Yep.
And proc Slayer. And during the ult, she is unstoppable and gains 100% dodge. Is that right?
Yes, yes. So she's hard to deal with when she ults. She can be locked down before, and she does a lot of AoE damage with 2 offensive traits, and scales really well because it's all attacks with a lot of the physical damage items. So she's kind of like bringing Kaisa back, or someone who's like more of that like physical damage carry into TFT.
Yeah. She kind of reminds me of a more extreme Katarina, though, from what I've seen in our playtest, where it's like, if you try to itemize her all offensive, what it often ends up happening is she gets CC'd, she dies, she falls over, she does nothing. If you try to itemize her all defensive, like GA, she ults, but then it doesn't quite do as much as you need it to. So again, we end up with this really interesting itemization puzzle of like, how do you give her just enough defensive stuff so that ult procs, but just enough offensive stuff so when it does proc, it hurts like hell.
Yeah, she's one of the 5 costs that I think best pairs with a lot of the spat items. So like Warlord Spatula, Samira, like bonus HP, bonus SP for offense, like that mixed item, amazing on her. Elderwood actually keeping her alive, amazing on her. So she's definitely very stat hungry in general, both offensive and defensive.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see people lose to this ult and be like, what the hell? And then we're going to see other people go, I can never get her to cast, she's useless. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yep, I think we had a little bit of concerns about like bringing back a unit like Gangplank, who is just all focused on the damage output for a 5 cost. But her detachment from the mana system allows us to sort of push power into different spaces and like feel a little bit better about like you can't just like frontline a Gangplank with like 1 defensive item and have him ult every time or GA whatever. Anything like that.
Yeah, because that's a big one, right? If you GA frontline Samira, she dies and then is still at C or B.
Exactly.
She hasn't hit S, and so I think that's going to be a much healthier version for sure.
Yes, hopefully. Yep.